Oh, hey everyone. Hey, Kaz.
Which button do I press again?
I don't even know what I'm doing. Hey, Lana. I am honestly over here like, how do you do this and how do you do that?
I know,
We'll
it's
figure
shocking.
it out.
We will. I mean, I'm a year older than what I was last time we were on.
It's been a
I've
while.
got grayer. My
Uh,
hair's longer.
Look at how long her hair is.
I
Hmm?
know, this is up in a high ponytail. Mm.
Hey,
Hey,
Jennifer.
Nana.
Yeah,
Jennifer's in the house.
I had to do, we're going to go live on Wednesdays. Hopefully, this Wednesday will be the kickoff to a normal schedule.
Ooh, ooh.
Hopefully. It's almost there, guys. But when I heard, uh, yeah, I've got to discuss it because I almost chewed my tongue off today. And then I had to call
I'm not
Kaz,
laughing.
and I'm like, because Kaz has not been on YouTube. And I said, Kaz, have you heard what's going on with Gannon Stauch's autopsy pictures? And she said, no. And then I told her, and I just can't wrap my head around it. I am absolutely disgusted to be a part of the true crime community. Well, not
Yeah.
everybody,
No,
but
no. When you told me, I was absolutely knocked off my chair. I was disgusted that somebody who seemed to be a person of, well, she said she had high morals. That's what she used to say. But after what she's done, I'm sorry, you've got no morals. No morals. Anybody who's done what has been done, I'm sorry.
well, Shogun
Sorry, not
called
sorry.
it out, and I'm sorry, but he actually, I mean, he got a few parts wrong as far as I listen. I didn't see the video. I don't want to see the video, but Kaz can tell you what happened when I did see one picture by accident in the trial, and I called her and tell them how bothered I was.
Oh, you were
Hey,
actually
McKay.
um, sickened. You were really disturbed by what you saw, and it was by accident. They didn't
Yeah, it
mean
was,
when they were
and it was
covering
just a
the
picture.
trial. It was just a fluke that the cameraman caught a glimpse of the
The
photos that was
chest.
being shown, yeah, of the chest. Hi, McKay, USA. How are you? I think we need to explain to everybody who doesn't know what we're talking about, first of all, Ma.
Oh, they yeah.
Because
Zav
some
Girl and
people like
Natasha.
myself don't
Well,
know.
Zav Girl and Natasha Cooper made the news over this situation. The sharing of Gannon Stauch's autopsy pictures, McKay, behind the paywall. And
Yeah.
you know what? And there's people justifying, well, they put it behind the paywall so the public, everyone wouldn't see it. That absolutely makes zero sense on the internet. Paywall, no past. I don't even, I had to ask Kaz, I don't even know what Dropbox is. I get it now, but I guess it wasn't password protected. And I saw Zav Girl in Glares today, and I actually spoke in Glares, and I usually just sit back and watch. Oh, Jennifer, you haven't heard? Oh,
Oh,
but Zav Girl was in the chat trying to justify the fact that I didn't know that people were going to take the pictures and record them and put them out there. Oh, you are
oh.
so full of it. You stop.
Mm, 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 mm. I mean, like I said to Ma, you don't know. Anybody can pay the $3 and go behind the paywall and record everything that's on there. There is nothing to stop them from doing it. and deviates can do it. No, there's nothing stopping them from doing it. And her reasoning is, she wanted for to get the true understanding of what a victim had gone through. She wanted to see the autopsy photos. Okay.
Now let me show you guys something. I was actually going over to Zav Girls, what's it called, Patreon, to show you guys something, and this is what popped. It wasn't like this yesterday, but this is what shows today on Zav Girls page.
Shredder, Natasha
Shredder!
Cooper. Hi, darling. Love you.
So this is what I guess Patreon. I don't know. Like I said, I just went to the page. Didn't we look at it yesterday just to see where this link was, Kaz, in the Dropbox or something? Well, this is the same page as yesterday in my history, and it says the page Zav Girl's page has been removed.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if Zav Girl took it down or if Patreon took it down.
Well, it's been taken down. It was all right. Just recapping. Zav Girl paid for the autopsy case file for Gannon, for Leticia Stauch. And in that was all Gannon's autopsy photos and all the reports. So in her infinite wisdom, she did a live about it, and she showed some of the photos, not any of the major ones on her live. Then she decided to put the rest of the photos behind a paid paywall through DocuSign and Reddit, and you had to pay to see them.
And then 4chan got a hold of it, but that was taken down.
So you could go onto Reddit, but that's been taken down now, and DocuSign, pay the fee, and you could download those photos and save them to whatever onto your PC or laptop. And that's how they got out. Okay. That's how they got out to other platforms.
Well, then, of course, there was messages that Natasha Cooper, I guess, somebody downloaded the video for her off of the Patreon. I mean, it wasn't, I don't know how you can passcode protect a link. If you're going to go in there and pay for the link, you're going to see it. Hey, Texas girl. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand the password protection thing, but you can't tell me that you thought that you were going to put this video out on Patreon for people to pay $3 and nobody was going to record it. Yeah, and not Patreon only that, but it was taken down a couple of times, I heard, and she kept going back and posting the link for people to see a deceased 11-year-old who was stabbed, 25 times, shot in the face, beat up. And then I heard, this is what I heard at Glares today, and from Shogun, I'm not sure how true it is, but she was zooming in, talking about little sticks on his body, but they were maggots. I mean, I can't even understand what poor Landon and Al are going through. It's just like, I don't get it.
McKay, she actually went to the coroner's office and paid a fee to get the case file.
Oh, she paid a pretty fee for these pictures.
Now, why on earth? I can't understand. I know.
Thanks, Sandy.
You've got the information, freedom of information. Totally understand that. But this is an 11-year-old juvenile. I'm sorry. In my opinion, this is only my opinion. You can disagree if you like, but in my opinion, if this is a juvenile, autopsy photographs should be sealed. Nobody should.
That's why everybody needs to write their senator and tell them that minors' autopsy pictures should never be able to be released. It's an invasion. Like, they took everything from Landon. I mean, Landon, we were talking about it the day the autopsy was coming up, and Landon left the courtroom because She didn't want to see this, but now this is forever. And this
Yeah.
little boy's, and when I saw that comment about looking at a marshmallow on this little child's genital area, I tell you what, if I had a bat, I said it in the chat in Queen Bees, and I never speak in Queen Bees, but my mouth was a flapping yesterday. I would have no windows in my camper. I would have busted him out with a baseball bat.
Hey, Iconic, how are you,
Hey,
darling? How's our
iconic.
baby? How's
Yeah,
our
our
baby?
baby. We need an
Yeah, our
update on our
baby.
child, please. A new
Yes.
picture would be nice.
Yes.
But so she lost her Patreon.
Good.
Patreon took it down. It's the rumor that people are saying Blank Screen made a page saying that Patreon took her page down. Good for them. It's
Yeah,
disgusting.
totally agree.
And they made the news,
Yes, they did. They did make the news.
which to
I'll
me
show you the article.
is just more advertising for it's disgusting.
I'll just share my screen.
Yeah, go ahead.
I mean, it doesn't say a huge lot, but
Hey Fiona. So the little ferret girl is going to be a year old in 6 days.
oh my goodness gracious.
I know.
Really? Already?
A little
Okay.
baby is good. She's a big baby now.
She is.
Yeah, they made the news, which is I mean, people are going to flock over now and they'll probably get the clicks and the views, but they're making the news. This went viral over what they
Yeah.
did.
It says, "Who are
Sure
that girl?"
does,
And
Lana.
Natasha Cooper. True
I'll
crime
show you guys her
YouTubers.
in a minute. Come here, Fiona.
True
Come say
crime
hi.
YouTube blasted for selling Autopsy. The true crime YouTubers blasted for selling Autopsy. Oh, it should be Autopsy photos
Let me
of
show
Gannon
Fiona
Stout.
real quick, Has.
All right, darling, go for it.
Hang on.
Oh,
Say
isn't she
hi.
gorgeous?
I love her. I love her. Okay, sorry, Cass, but she was right here, and I know she's getting ready to go back in her little burrow area soon, so I wanted to show her.
That's okay. McKay, yes. That's fine for going off topic, sweetheart. Yes, it is nearly. It is a year since Michelle Burstyn shots disappeared without a trace, and um, from our Mara and I did quite an in-depth, a lot of in-depth research on
She is,
Michelle.
Lana. She's a big girl.
We spoke to a lot of family members from both sides of both of her exes. We went down a huge rabbit hole with Michelle, and she had a court case coming up about the fraud, about her defrauding Medicaid.
But it was
So
thousands and thousands of
yeah,
dollars, and then she mysteriously disappeared.
yeah,
We've spoken to her boyfriend's
her
ex with
dad.
the mother
We
of the
spoke.
kids, and the story with the shaving off the eyebrows, and I mean, it was such a rabbit hole.
Mm,
I still believe
yeah,
what I said, but we need to. We also got we're gonna get sidetracked, Kaz. But Wednesday
yeah,
we're going to
yeah.
stay on
Well,
topic with
yeah.
Nicola, the inquest, and all of that good stuff.
Nicola, stop saying Nicola, woman.
Stop telling me how to say her name.
No. All right. Let me.
17 rats. Oh, great! Now Shredder's breeding baby rat grandchildren for us.
Oh, good on you, Shirley. Fifi, she's
17. My
huge.
gosh, Shredder. She probably has Habitrails glued to the side of her wall, like going across the whole entire apartment.
Wow. Shredder. Wowza.
So they
All right.
made the news.
Yeah. So They said the true crime YouTubers were blasted for selling autopsies. It should be autopsy photos of Gannon Stout. Recently, the news is going viral over the internet, and with that, entire world get to know about the viral news. Everyone is looking for news over the internet. The moment the news is uploaded over the internet, it's gone viral. Everyone is
Mm.
searching for viral news. Here is this article. We will talk about the new recent viral news. This is a shocking article. As per readers like to know more about viral news, keep following the article to know more about the viral news. A furious backlash has erupted against two true crime YouTubers, Zavgirl and Natasha Cooper, who allegedly charged their
It's
Patreons
Natasha. I'm only kidding.
to view gruesome autopsy report photos of Gannon Stout, an 11-year-old murdered by his stepmother. And that's an evil woman there. We all know her.
Oh my gosh.
Gannon
We'll
went
talk about
missing.
that in a second because we've never spoke about the trial and the information that came out, but oh my gosh.
Mm, we all know that Gannon went missing in January 2020, triggering a nationwide search. His stepmother, Leticia Stauch, was eventually accused of his murder. The horrifying details of the crime emerged during the trial, revealing that Gannon had been stabbed 18 times before being fatally shot. Letitia then allegedly concealed his lifeless body inside a suitcase. In May, she was convicted of murder and sentenced to life without parole, as well as additional prison time for related charges. There is more to tell you about the news, which you will find on the next part of the article. Who are Zavgirl and Natasha Cooper? Zavgirl and Natasha Cooper are YouTubers who have garnered a following by covering and discussing true crime cases for their audiences. Understandably, social media users express their anger and disgust at the content creators for profiting from a tragedy involving an 11-year-old child. This news is viral on all social media platforms and all the news channels. The
Uh,
news is
hey,
viral
Tiffany.
in just some time on the news channels, and oh, it's a shockingly written. People are very curious to know full information about this incident. People constantly follow this news update to know more details. Yeah, so that's all that's said about it.
Hey, Marietta. We're trying for Wednesdays. Every Wednesday starting this Wednesday, we'll see.
Take my ugly mush off there.
Oh, you're not ugly.
I've got panda eyes.
So, so the trial, I mean, you I was mind blown. The phone calls from Al Stelk and the text messages and everything afterwards about, do you want me to be your wife and come help you and we can advocate and try to find Gannon? I don't know what happened that day and what she was thinking, but she's definitely a sick girl. I mean, that, woo,
That's an
she
understatement,
was
sweetheart.
flipping off the jurors, had her head down. I mean, the judge Warner was like, you know what, we're moving you, sit up, or you're going to go sit in the cell in the jail in the courtroom and listen to the trial. Like she was a
Mm,
child.
mm.
But I really believe that she was so jealous of Landon. I don't know what happened. I mean, was the motive to do that so her and Al would have gotten closer? I mean, her text messages and her stories, I don't understand how Al was even with a woman like that. Like she is a
No.
mess. I am honestly convinced after going back and looking in my ancestry tree back to the 1700s on Letitia's family that her or her mother might have killed and ran over the stepfather, Lowry.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah,
Like
Tiffany, I agree with you, sweetheart.
like I wonder, I mean she was old enough to have ran him over.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that.
And they
Yeah.
never found out who ran Lowry over.
No, they never caught the hit and run person. No, they didn't.
But I could see Leticia or the stories of the mom. Oh my gosh. Like, holy cow.
Mm.
Dysfunctional completely. But her made up stories, I mean, I still don't think how that woman is sane. I just, even the breakout in the van to actually get to see that.
Oh, yeah, that's crazy.
But let's talk about Letitia's new concerns that she's going to be killed.
Oh, yeah. Well,
You wanna pull it up?
I will, darling. I will.
Dr. Stauch. I bet you she's already making making friends. Like I can fit out the window, I can break it out with a broomstick. I measured it. I know I can sneak out.
Uh, well,
Oh, McKay, it well, she didn't do it on YouTube. She did it on Patreon. But as we saw, Patreon was taken down.
yeah.
This
Well, now, allegedly, no, well, this was
in her peanut.
kind.
Guys, I needed a laugh, and you know that I'm not. I always laugh when shit is crazy, but the things that this woman comes up with makes me laugh.
Yeah.
What was the other thing she said in her the other jail in El Paso when she was awaiting to go to the like second mental evaluation? And she said somebody was putting something. Was it the peanut butter then too?
I can't remember, darling. Can't remember. But Colorado woman Leticia Stauch, the defendant, well, this must have come out beforehand. The alleged, because this is still the alleged murder of her 11-year-old stepson, Gannon, claimed in a letter dated August 12th that she had been mistreated in jail and not had access to her attorneys
Yes,
and received
yes.
threats in her peanut butter.
Yeah, she was getting those threats in El Paso though, Kaz, in the peanut butter.
Over 15 plus times I've been abused in transport, ranging from injured ribs, knots on my head, several ankle and wrist bleeding, bruising on my knee, in my cell, loss of feeling in my hands, several times. Oh. I've had to
Aw.
be on insure 2 weeks due to poison comments. And just recently, oh, I'm sorry, I'm doing a voiceover here. I can't help that. In August 11th, 2020, I received threats in my peanut butter because I provided evidence of not only my innocence, but evidence that will show who it was through my PI. She wrote for Judicial Judge Gregory R. Werner. As a result of this, I assume their runners use people in trusted positions in jail to send me threats
Hey,
in my
Patty, welcome
food.
back.
I'm terrified of what will happen next. Leticia Stauch also asserted that she is not able to successfully participate in her defense amid the COVID-19 pandemic, only getting on the phone call 3 times a week in jail. Diddums, woman, diddums.
Yeah, that
Mm.
was Kaz. That was when she was in El Paso.
Yeah, so this isn't the most latest one then. That is so sad. All right, let me see if I can find that later one. Oh, yeah.
Did you guys know that I found this out and I didn't even know this? Did you guys know that Leticia Stauch took out a life insurance policy on Gannon Stout for $25,000? Hey, Lolo. Did you know that, Kaz?
No, I didn't, darling.
Yep. A couple years before the murder.
Wow.
Let me show you. I just found this out. Let me find the article. I just found this the other day. I was like, I didn't know that. Let me see if I can play this. Oh, tell me if you can hear it, Kaz. I'm not sure I clicked the sound button.
Okay, go for it. We've got the wheels on
Come
the
on.
bus at the moment.
I know it's raining here. I don't even hear it.
No.
1 second. Well, I don't hear it yet. Let me get past the ad. Hang on.
Payout problems between child
Yep.
killer Leticia Stauch and a life insurance company. We found the woman recently convicted of killing her 11-year-old stepson, took out a life insurance policy on him 2 years before the murder. Investigative reporter Sean Rice first broke the story. He is live tonight outside the El Paso County Courthouse with these emerging details. Sean?
Mm.
It was June 11, 2017, when Leticia Stauch took it upon herself to take out a $25,000 life insurance policy on her stepson, and then go on to murder him 2.5 years later. Now that insurance company is asking a federal judge to decide who will take the money.
You can't take a life insurance policy out against someone and then murder them for the money. That's not allowed. It seems to be what occurred in this case.
Convicted child killer Leticia Stauch is in the hot seat once again. USAA, a life insurance company, is on the hook to pay out a $25,000 life insurance policy her stepmother took out back in June of 2017. USAA describes themselves as an innocent stakeholder that is willing to pay the policy out. They're asking for a federal judge to point them in the right direction.
When you take out an insurance policy, the insurance company has an obligation to pay on that policy. If they don't pay on that policy, the insurance company can be sued for triple damages.
To make matters even stranger, on the day she was arrested and charged with murder, records show Stauch changed the beneficiary of these funds from her ex-husband, Al, to her daughter, Harley Hunt. All of this revealing information was never disclosed in the murder investigation or her subsequent trial.
Gannon's life for those 2.5 years with his stepmother must have been absolutely atrocious. You try and think that no one can be that conniving or manipulative, but at this point, who knows?
Gannon's biological parents, Al Stauch and Landon Hyatt, said through their attorneys that they do not want the life insurance money, nor any money from the woman who took their child's life.
That opportunity would be there to seek restitution for all the losses, and my losses are tremendous. And I had a paragraph in my statement about that. You know, my losses are well into the six figures, but I would, and this is maybe my stubbornness, but I would rather pay every cent of those losses back than be connected with her.
You know,
that $25,000 is now in what's called a treasury registry with the courts. It will remain there until that judge decides who the money should go to, if anyone at all. Reporting live outside the El Paso
it
County
should go
Courthouse,
to Gannon's little sisters.
All right, Sean, thanks.
I totally believe that the family should somehow get that money or put the money into a park or something in Gannon's name, or
yeah, I agree.
But see, everyone's not talking about the crazy things. Like, she's so calculating. I mean, she literally, like, how long did she plan this? Did she plan it to make, like, I told Kaz, like, I feel like whatever reason she did this, the woman's nuts. I mean, she definitely has a deranged mind. But it was almost like she did it to make her and Al closer, to think that Al would never have thought it was her.
Well,
like that one recorded phone call. Oh, let's go advocate together. Don't you want your wife so we can go at this together and try to find Gannon? And meanwhile, you knew exactly where he was. Let's have a look at the jail that she's going to. Oh, guys. I think Zav Girl, I mean, listen, some people are morbid. Some people like to see autopsy photos. I get that. If you want to see it, look at it, do your thing. But the fact that you put it out for other people to see that wanted to see it, I don't understand it.
No, you don't put it out to the general public. I'm sorry.
And then Bullhorn Betty was justifying the fact that
And to charge a fee to see it. If you just wanted, if you said to your subs, look, if anybody's interested in seeing it, I'll give you a link to my Dropbox. No fee. I'll give you the link to the Dropbox. But I've locked it down because you can lock down a file. It can be password protected. It's locked down, so you can't save it, you can't alter it, you can't do anything with it. If she'd done that, I wouldn't have been as mad as I was when I found out what she'd done. Because that way somebody could have looked at it if they wanted to, but they couldn't have saved it, they couldn't have downloaded, couldn't have done nothing, and she wasn't getting a fee for it. But the fact that she charged them a fee and anybody could download it, that's just wrong. It's just wrong.
Now, there's a new article out that Leticia is actually petrified that she's going to get her ass completely kicked in her new place.
Yeah, I can't find it.
She said that she wanted to, she honestly thought that she was going to get like her pick, like saying which hotel she was going to stay at.
Oh, that's too funny.
But this is where she's going, and they've got some mean people in this jail.
Prisoners are often forgotten, and they're people that too often society, out of sight, out of mind. And I think there are better ways of dealing with their lives than just locking them up in a box.
We're very honored to have you here today, Governor. And we appreciate you making time in your very busy schedule to meet with these fantastic staff here in Denver.
My primary role here is just to
Oh wait, this is the. Hang on one second.
But also,
this is the male side.
is
I want to show you the girls that are into the church at maybe she will find God in this church. This prison seems to be really like they baptize the women and everything.
Yeah, Patty, but they did take them out of her. She didn't only put them in Patreon though, Patty. She put them in Reddit as well. I mean, who puts them in Reddit? I mean, that's ludicrous.
I mean, if people want to see that, I can't, that's just, if they want to see it, they want to see it. But
she should have, if she, you can lock a document down, you can password protect it. Why didn't she do that? And then nobody could have saved the document. Nobody could have downloaded it.
Exactly, but the thing that bothers me is that after it was taken down, like I think Reddit took it down. I didn't see the links and I didn't go look for them. Like I said, I'm not interested.
Yeah,
but I heard
was taken
that.
Out of Reddit.
But then I heard that after it was taken down, she reposted it like 3 times to try to keep the link out there so people could view it. That's what bothers me. That tells me that it was not about science, as she said. It was about profit.
True, McKay, you can screenshot it, but you can, I'm getting fancy dancy here. You could blur out parts of things so you can't see certain things in the document before you put it up there. So, but she didn't even try to do that. She left those photographs pure, and you could see the raw things, and that's wrong. I mean, who would want to see a child? I don't even want to say the word hurt. I'll just say hurt.
I'm live. A couple more minutes. I'm talking. I'm live.
A child hurt as much as he was.
But Kaz, I heard some of the pictures were blurred out, and I heard that some of the pictures were not. So this is an 11-year-old little boy who was completely, I mean, he was in a suitcase in Florida. I mean, why would you even, and then to go on and do commentation with maggots and I heard like maybe his like organs were in, I just can't wrap my head around it. It's just,
I know Florida is pretty open, pretty liberal with allowing documentation to go out, but I think that's overstepping the line. I understand that, that they want to be quite liberal and free with the information that they allow, but not an 11-year-old child. Mm-mm, mm-mm.
it should be against the law. I mean, it's no, okay. And then I made a comment, that the weirdos out there that like little kids, and then people are like, no, PEDOs will not be looking at pictures like that. And I'm like, not that I know, but how do you know? You can't, I mean, no, there's going to be some weirdo out there that is morbid and looking at a little, I can't, I just, ugh.
Well, Liz, if Florida just passed a law sealing minor autopsy records, how the dickens did that girl get Gannon say? Because Gannon's autopsy came out of Florida.
Yeah, it came out of Florida.
How the dickens did she get a hold of it?
She paid for it.
Yeah, but Liz said Florida.
She paid for the FOIA. She got the whole FOIA on Gannon's case, which had all the videos, the cops walking through.
No, I
everything.
understand that, sweetheart. It's just that Liz said that Florida's. She got them from a Colorado court records request. Oh, that's strange because the actual autopsy was done in. So she got around it, even though the autopsy was done in Florida, she got them via Colorado. But he's still a minor. Come on, Colorado, pull your socks up. Pull your socks up. Hey, Alyssa.
Is that where she got it from?
Yeah, that's apparently where she got them from, Colorado.
Huh. I can't. But I want.
Well, Colorado needs to change the law. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I just wanted to voice my opinion. Hey, Liz. Hey, Tiffany. I find it absolutely disgusting. And if anybody wants to look at that stuff, and just don't come.
I couldn't even
come around here.
I couldn't even get my mother's autopsy report, and my mum was.
I'll be done in 10 minutes. I'm live.
I'm not bothering you.
Please, don't do this to me right now.
You want bitch to me. I'm really eating a cookie. I'm bothering you.
Mute yourself, Ma.
Huh?
Talking to cats.
Yeah, Wanda's over here and she's driving me crazy. But anyways, I'm just so aggravated with the whole Gannon thing that everyone around me, if I had a baseball bat, I would have no windows in the RV. I would have pounded them out.
Mystery Maven, a lawyer, called the Colorado court that gave her the records to inform them that what Zap Girl did with the photos.
How? Well, listen, if you're under the age of 18, it should automatically be sealed. There should never be a chance of you getting, not even your child. Why do you want I can't wrap my head around it.
Well, it's a good job. Well, there's so many differences between Australia and the US. In Australia, you cannot get the autopsy reports of anybody.
I've got 10 minutes, guys. I've got to take my friend. I got to take Wanda somewhere, so I've got to take her. She's going to drive me nuts. I got to get rid of her, guys.
Okay.
But, yeah, I just had to say something. I was like, do we wait till Wednesday? But then Wednesday, I don't want to talk about this any longer. But then I thought, Shogun nailed it when he said, I can't wrap my head around it. Like, why?
No, no,
What would
no,
be the
no.
fascination of seeing that?
Well, I have no idea. I mean, I read what Natasha Cooper put out in a community post, and she was trying to justify why she did it, and her justification was, we're in the true crime world, and true crime has victims, and if true crime people get hurt, and if you can't handle seeing uh, photos from true crime scenes, um, get over it, virtually. And I'm thinking, yeah, we
At
can
the end of
handle
the day,
seeing it.
Kaz, it is her right. The public allows it. If it was illegal, she wouldn't have been able to get her hands on it. But the fact that she shared it is just so disturbing. Like,
Well,
it's just,
look,
I don't know. I don't know what kind of person wants to see that, but to me, in my opinion, it's just so.
it's one thing to share it, sweetheart, but it's another thing to profit from it.
It just feels dirty. Like it's almost like I don't I can't I think I need a professional to break this down and explain why somebody would want to see that.
Yeah, well, each their own, I suppose. But
I
I
agree,
mean,
McKay. She's
if
making
she
a
turned around and
complete.
said, "Well, it cost me, say, let's say $200." I'm just pulling a figure out the air. Let's say she said it costs $200 to get those files. I've got to recoup my money, so if people want to see them, I've got to charge them something. Well, hello, doing videos and live streams costs every creator money to do this, but do we charge everybody $2 to come onto a live stream because we're giving you entertainment by doing the live stream? No,
Hey,
we don't.
Chris.
G'day, Chris. Oh, it's
I
nice to
wonder what
see you.
Chris thinks about that. Chris might not know, but I'm sure he.
Oh, I'm pretty sure Chris knows. Don't you, Chris? What Natasha and Zab Girl did with Gannon Stauch autopsy photos?
I'm embarrassed to like. Now, don't get me wrong. Like, I've watched a Zav girl here and there. I've seen her around before she even had her channel. She used to come into Gray Hughes and argue with Gray. I forget what Gray used to argue with her about, but it's so long ago I can't remember. But I unsubbed from Zav after
Oh, Chris
she
doesn't know.
dragged out Kylie Rodney and just completely I
Oh,
couldn't
Chris.
do it anymore. Hey Rob. I
Okay,
couldn't do it
Chris.
anymore.
I'm going to tell you that Zap Girl and Natasha Cooper, Zap Girl obtained the case file of Gannon Stout, which included
No,
all
no,
the.
no. Zav girl got it.
That's what I said, darling.
Oh, I thought you said Natasha Cooper got it first.
No. I said Zap Girl obtained the case file of Gannon Stout's files, and in it was his original autopsy report, autopsy photos. And she showed some photos on a live, but put the rest behind a paywall for everybody to see. Natasha Cooper.
Okay, but forget it. Okay, even that part is really morbid and just strange. Like I said, if she wanted to see it, and I'm not talking bad about Zab Girl, each their own, but I did call her a POS and glares. Like, I don't want to know somebody that wants to see something like that. I just don't have a mind frame for that because I make my videos.
All right. Chris
because
doesn't know who Gannon is.
No, I'm saying I do. I mean, I haven't gotten a Google paycheck in I don't know how long. Like, I don't. If I was here just to make money, I would have been gone a long time ago.
Make money? What's making money?
I think I got a Google. I think I've gotten, like, this year alone, I think I've gotten like 2 Google AdSense paychecks, and they're never over $300 ever. So Shogun
All right.
Cinema. I'm not here to profit off of deceased children because this right
All
here
right.
pisses me off.
I just want to explain to Chris. Chris, Gannon Stout was an 11-year-old child who was brutally murdered by his stepmother, Leticia Stauch. He was stabbed 18 times and shot in the head, put in a suitcase and thrown over a bridge and just...
He was transported from Colorado to Florida in a
Florida.
suitcase and then thrown over a bridge in Pensacola, Florida, where he remained for about 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So this girl on Zav Girl, Chris, has put his autopsy photos behind a paywall, and ugh. But forget about the pictures. I heard the commentary was just absolutely enough to like make you like she was zooming in, and there were, you know, maggots, and I can't. I don't get it. Why?
And his genitalia.
I mean, if you have a thing for that, why would you want people to know that you want to see that?
Yeah, Chris. Oh, wow. Anyway, this photo that Mars got up is where Leticia is going to be spending quite a deal of time.
No. This is a whole other case I want to share.
Oh.
I want to end it on this one with the Burgos trial.
Oh, okay.
Here comes the Cookie Monster.
Here comes the Cookie Monster.
Leave my cookies alone.
What?
Leave
what alone?
You leave my cookies alone.
What cookies?
Anyone following, I'm going to wrap it up after this. Anyone following the Ronald Burgos trial? The patrol officer that decided to have an affair, and then he killed the girl Griselda and their baby. He was like 18 months old, Dominique. And they're in the penalty phase now, either death or life in prison. And this is I wanted to show you guys the death unit where he would be spending the time, which I hope he gets death penalty. He doesn't deserve any, people to come visit him and be able to hug him and all of that. He deserves to be in solitary confinement.
Sure does.
But I'm not going to play. It's not really any volume. It's just kind of pictures. But I want to show you guys real quick. I was looking at this and I thought this is definitely where he needs to go. But wait till they show the inside and these cells. Oh, I can't.
Good night.
Yeah, Lana, this is a guy, he's a border security guy. And he had a child with this beautiful looking girl. And after
he didn't want to pay child support.
Yeah, he got served with child support papers, and lo and behold, just after that happened, she ended up being murdered. He's
look at that cell.
Oh, wow.
Could you imagine spending 24 hours a day? I found a guy that had a cell phone smuggled in. He was on death row in Texas, but he's already been put to sleep. But this is where he would be spending all of that time in his little life, and this is it. Imagine being in that cell like that.
No thanks. I go bonkers.
I personally feel another Brian Laundrie with this one. I think he's going to try to flush his head in the toilet.
You think?
Oh, thanks for stopping in, Chris. Right, Patty? It's that trial. That trial was crazy. But I would not want to be here. Could you imagine being in that room? And every time you leave the cell, even to use the phone or you get your little week, because they get weekly visitors, but they have to be behind the glass, that you get strip searched every time you come out.
Good on them.
Oh, the death row is what he doesn't deserve to be in an open population. Well, I mean, I don't know, considering he's an border patrol, and he killed a child. Open population might just save him 10 years of being in this little room. But he gets to come out once a week and visit family through the screen. I don't know about the phone calls, I think. And then he gets to go into a little day room with a bench and a TV all by himself for an hour a day.
Even that's too much, in my opinion. They don't deserve that.
I thought that was interesting. Right, Patty? Could you imagine? Oh my gosh, like you don't even have enough room like to stretch. Like that is a small little area.
It is.
Then they come and bring your food through the little slot. Oh, well, those are my thoughts on the Gannon situation. And I lost a lot of respect for a lot of people, to be honest with you.
Well, I lost a lot of respect for Zavgul after the Kylie Rodney. After what she did, she flogged Kylie Rodney like a lot of people flogged Summer Wells. And I'm sorry, that doesn't gel with me.
Yeah, somebody made a comment that next she'll show the Delphi autopsy pictures. I don't want to hear about it.
No.
All right, guys, I gotta go. Drop my friend off. That's stealing all my chocolate chip cookies that my friend made for me. Well, I know she's outside hanging out across with Lance. Got a haircut, my neighbor across the street. But then she walks in. And then she goes right for my cookies. I mean, she just like walks in, opens my refrigerator, and just takes a cookie and tries to walk out. Like, girl.
How rude. Not the cookies.
Right? I'm just taking one. And then I look and there's like 3 cookies left and I had like 9 of them.
Wow.
Gosh, people are rude. Oh, we talked to Chris, Jennifer. We spoke to Mr. Thorns.
We did.
But Wednesday night, guys, believe me, we're going to talk about, whatever's going on. We got a couple updates, actually. Nicola. Nicola. And then we got some information on the rainwater case as far as Phelps and Mr. Norton's, what they're going to spend the rest of their life doing. Couple things. Yeah. But that's it, guys. We're going to try for Wednesday nights every week, and hopefully we can get it under wraps now.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you all for coming in. And if you haven't already, can you please hit the like?
Yes, Jennifer.
Yes, Jennifer. Yeah. I've been waiting for that for a long
that's another thing that I heard. I heard Zav Girl didn't even follow the Gannon trial or the case. Like, I didn't miss a minute of the trial. I've been following that case from day one. I mean, everyone knows. I dug so far into Leticia Stauch's background that I was talking to people that she went to school with. I had her family threatening me, especially her cousin Ernie. Was like, blah, 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 blah. But now I'm curious to know if somehow Leticia or her mother ran over the stepfather, Lowry, and killed him.
Would not surprise me.
Oh, that's scary.
All right. See everybody on Wednesday or my Thursday, whichever.
Yes, and please send us some pics, Shredder, of the baby rats.
Yeah, and if Iconic, if you're still in the chat, we want some updated photos of our girl, please.
She probably already sent them. All right, everyone. Thank you for coming in. Kaz, thank you.
Thank you, my darling. I'll just get back on it.
And we'll see you guys on Wednesday.
Love to all.
Bye, everyone. Stay vigilant, guys. And please keep your baby safe. And tell your senators that this right here needs to stop. Like, this is... It should be illegal, what was done, and it's not. That's the sad part.
It is.
Good night.
Bye.